The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hello, once again, everybody, and welcome to Where Are They Now Wednesday here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. It's time for Season 2, Episode 20 here on August 20th, 2025, Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. This is Episode 72. That's 72 consecutive weeks. And a reminder, you're watching the original Where Are They Now Wednesday. Don't be fooled by the Johnny-come-latelys who are gone now or any other imposters playing on sports in the Missouri Sports Network are your sources for what Missouri high school talent does, not only when they're in high school, but when they get to the national stage of the NCAA. No one has more information for you than we do, and we appreciate your attention and loyalty. And hey, do us a favor. Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Go to our Facebook page and like us, and as always, follow us on Twitter at Scoreboard Guy, at Missouri_sports, and at Playing_sports. And to that avail, are you ready? We've done our homework for you. Guy Newcomb alongside Kent Mueller. And Kent, how's your week been since we did this last?
It's been a very good week. A lot of things going on, preparing for all the fall sports and one in particular. And because, recently we've been focusing on where our Missouri grown and trained talent will be playing in Division I this fall. And there are many more athletes we have not mentioned, given the quantity and quality of Missouri athletic talent at the collegiate level. But something happened this week. There was no cauldron lit afire. No one proclaimed, "Let the games begin," but there was a whistle. And that whistle signaled the start of the first game of the first sport to get its season underway. The 2025 Women's Division I women's soccer season became reality on Thursday. Many teams have now played 2 games, and oh my, Missouri talent has asserted itself. Yes, at local schools, but literally coast to coast. And we will get to some of those superlatives right after these messages from our sponsors.
Leaders know there's no guide to greatness. When everyone else says something can't be done, they know it only hasn't been done yet. True leaders weather the fiercest storms and look deep within themselves to rise above and help others find their way forward. At Great Southern Bank, we're proud to partner with visionaries that help raise the tide for all of us. And when you're ready to bring your vision to life, we'll be right behind you with award-winning support.
Hey, welcome back to Where Are They Now Wednesdays here on the Missouri Sports Network. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. Some of you, I realize, are getting ready to head out of the house right now. Maybe you're heading to school. Maybe you're heading to work. Hey, take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here every Wednesday for Where Are They Now Wednesdays. Back to Kent Mueller talking about Division I soccer.
That's right. As I mentioned, D1 women's soccer has launched. Before we get to the specifics of this week's performances, let's put our Missouri talent into perspective. There are 351 Division I schools that offer women's soccer, from Abilene Christian to Youngstown State. Missouri may make up less than 2% of the nation's population, but there are Missourians on 77 D1 rosters. That's 22% of them. In all, 205 Division I women's soccer athletes graduated from a Missouri high school, and we know who they are. And we are watching what they do, and the result is you will know what this talent is doing all year long. That is what we do, and you can keep informed by the most informed authority on this data anywhere. No one else does what we do on the scale and consistency that we do. To ensure you avail yourselves of this, please follow us on X. Follow me, Kent Mueller, at Playing_sports, and follow Guy Newcomb at Scoreboard Guy. And I want to note that you will hear me discussing colleges and universities from all across America. And many of them are the best in the country. When I look at the most recent United Soccer Coaches Top 25 poll for D1 women's soccer, I see 13 Missouri high school grads on 10 of the top 23 ranked teams in the country. And when you look at the other 10 schools to get votes in the poll, you will see 16 more Missouri natives. Now let's see what these ladies have accomplished as this season got underway. It's always a good thing when you get your first collegiate start in your first game as a freshman. That was accomplished by Caroline Burkle. She's a freshman goalkeeper out of MICDS. She is now at Stanford University in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Caroline has been busy on the soccer stage that extends outside of Missouri. She was on the bronze medal 2024 FIFA U20 Women's World Cup team and also on the 2025 CONCACAF Women's U20 Championship team in Costa Rica. She now has gone to the Pacific Coast, where, as a freshman, she is starting in goal for the number 7 ranked Stanford Cardinal. Stanford's first game ended in a 7-0 shutout win over San Francisco. The Cardinals stepped up the competition in their second game when they took on number 16 ranked Santa Clara. Stanford won that game 5-1. Caroline started and played the first half of the game, having yet to give up a goal this year. Stanford is playing out a competition for that starting goalkeeper spot between Caroline and a sophomore. They have split time in goal, but it appears the MICDS grad has the upper hand. Keep watching Where Are They Now on Wednesday to see how her season progresses. Abby Wiederman is a sophomore defender out of Oakville. She is now at Western Kentucky University, which competes in the Conference USA. Last year was a strong start to Abby's collegiate career as she was named to the Conference USA All-Freshman team. This year, the 5'6" defender played all 90 minutes in their 2-0 loss to Ohio. Then she got 20 minutes on the field in Game 2 due to the lopsided 10-0 win over Rio Grande. Ava Fix is a sophomore defender out of Visitation Academy. She is now at Lafayette College in the Patriot League. After seeing action in 5 games last year as a freshman, Ava is now a starter on the Lafayette back line. She logged 60 minutes in the first game, a 2-0 loss to Siena. She played 73 minutes in Lafayette's 1-0 win over Central Connecticut State on Sunday. Coming back closer to home, there are 18 Missourians on the Lindenwood University roster. That is working as the Lions are 2-0 to start the 2025 season. 2 big reasons why are Caroline Ritter, a sophomore goalkeeper out of Nerix Hall, who, as I said, is now at Lindenwood University, which is in the Ohio Valley Conference, and Tasneem Dizdarevic. She is a sophomore forward out of Gateway Science at Lindenwood, also in the Ohio Valley Conference. Caroline is used to honors. As a high school senior back at Nerix Hall, she was the Class 4 Goalkeeper of the Year as she led her team to the Class 4 state championship. She jumped right into goal last year as a freshman Lion and was named to the Ohio Valley Conference All-Newcomer and Second Teams. Caroline keeps trending upwards in her sophomore year. In Game 1, a 2-1 win over Illinois State, she made 5 saves, giving up 1 goal. In Game 2, a 1-0 win over Murray State, Caroline made 6 saves in that shutout win. Tasneem, like Caroline, got a great start last year as a freshman. She, too, was named to the Ohio Valley Conference All-Newcomer and Second Teams. Tasneem got the game-winning goal against Illinois State with a penalty kick. Then she came back in Game 2 to get the assist in the 1-0 win over Murray State. Caroline will be in goal, and Tasneem will be on the attack next on Thursday when the Lions host the University of Evansville. For you over in St. Louis, that is a great opportunity to see some good collegiate talent. Game time at Lindenwood is 6 o'clock. That's after work, so no excuse. After staying in the state of Missouri, we find 16 Missouri high school grads on the roster at the University of Missouri. 2 of those standout athletes are Emily Durecki. She is a sophomore forward out of Lafayette High at the University of Missouri in the Southeastern Conference. Ava Vetter is a sophomore forward out of Clayton, also at Missouri. After getting on the field only once as a freshman, Ava got her first collegiate goal when came off the bench to play 39 minutes in the Tigers' 1-1 tie with South Dakota State. 1 shot, 1 goal for the former Greyhound from Clayton. Most goals occur when there is an assist, and that assist came from Emily Durecki. Emily was a first-team All-State selection her senior year at Lafayette. Last year, in her first year as a Lion, she played in 17 games, starting 9. Her assist in Game 1 matches her 2024 total. Ava, Emily, and the other 14 Missouri high school grads on Missouri's roster are back at it tonight in Game 2 of this season. The Tigers host Youngstown State at Audrey J. Walton Soccer Stadium. The game time is 7 o'clock, which makes it a good game to attend for all of you in the Columbia area. Lily Rusher is a sophomore defender out of Park Hill South. She's now at Rice University in the American Athletic Conference. Lily is another Missouri high school grad to fit right in at the Division I level. Last year as a freshman, she started all 20 games for the Owls. She was honored for her play by being named to the American Athletic Conference All-Freshman team. The defender from Park Hill South played 72 minutes against Houston Christian in the Rice 2-1 win in Game 1. Lily played 89 of the 90 minutes as the Owls took out Rio Grande Valley 6-0. Lily and the rest of the Owls will be at home on Thursday to host the University of the Incarnate Word. Zoe Cuneo is a junior defender out of Eureka High. She is now at Purdue University in the Big Ten Conference. Once again, I'm telling you about a Missouri high school grad who stepped right into Division I play. High school honors don't always continue into college. Zoe is proof that sometimes they do. As a senior Wildcat at Eureka, she was the number 8 ranked recruit among defenders and was a Class 4 All-State honoree. As a freshman, she started all 18 games as she played all 90 minutes in 13 games. That led Zoe to lead the Boilermakers in minutes played already as just a freshman. Last year as a sophomore, Zoe played all 90 minutes in 16 of the 18 games, starting them all. She led the Purdue defense to 7 shutouts and a 1.22 goals against average. This year, Zoe has played all 90 minutes in both games, both of which were Purdue wins. Purdue looks to make it 3-0 tomorrow night when they host DePaul University. Look for more honors to come Zoe's way this year. Kinley Brown is a senior midfielder and forward out of Francis Howell. She is now at the University of South Carolina in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Last year as a junior, Kinley played in all 22 games for the Gamecocks. This year, she has started both games for South Carolina. The Gamecocks defeated Charleston 1-0 in Game 1. In Game 2, Kinley got things going from the start as she scored a goal in minute 9. South Carolina went on to defeat South Florida 3-1 in front of 5,300 home field fans in Columbia, South Carolina. Up next for Kinley is a home date on Thursday with number 18 ranked Ohio State. There are 2 Kansas City area grads making things work in Texas. Grace Coppinger is a senior defender out of St. Teresa's Academy. She is at TCU in the Big 12 Conference. And Grace Vest is a freshman forward out of Raymore Peculiar High, also at TCU. Grace Coppinger left high school at St. Teresa's as a Class 4 first-team All-State honoree. She took off as soon as she landed in Division I. Grace totaled over 1,000 minutes on the field, and her play earned her not only a spot on the Big 12 All-Freshman team, but also on the Big 12 as the Big 12 Freshman of the Year. She followed that up with being named to the All-Big 12 second team her sophomore year. This year, Grace got an assist during her 82 minutes in the Pepperdine win, and she went the distance of 90 minutes in the Horned Frog 1-0 win at Texas San Antonio. Grace Vetter is just beginning her collegiate career. Is Grace fast? Can she run? Well, in high school, she earned 9 USATF and AAU All-American honors while winning 2 national titles in track, 1 in the 400 meter and 1 in the 800 meter. So yes, Grace is fast, but she can also play soccer. Grace played 46 minutes in her first collegiate opportunity, the TCU 6-1 win over the Pepperdine Waves. In Game 2 of her freshman year, she got the assist for the only goal by either team. That came dramatically in the 81st minute of the match. Both Coppinger and Vest will be gracing the field for the Horned Frogs when they travel to Iowa City tomorrow to take on number 13 ranked Iowa. Blaine Schutte is a sophomore forward out of Eureka High. She is now at the University of Tulsa in the American Athletic Conference. Blaine is another Missourian who earned high honors while in high school. She was the Class 4 Co-Offensive Player of the Year as she led her Eureka Wildcats to the Class 4 title game. The first team All-State honoree then left for the University of Tulsa. Despite starting only 6 of the 20 games, she led the American Athletic Conference with 9 goals. Blaine was ranked the 96th best freshman in the country by Top Drawer Soccer. She was also placed on the conference all-freshman team and the conference's second team. In the Hurricanes' first game this year, she scored the game-winning goal in the 10th minute and got the assist in the second goal in the 15th minute. That is a fast start to her sophomore year. Blaine and her Hurricane next take the field tomorrow night when they travel to Abilene Christian. Jalea Berry is a junior forward out of William Chrisman. She's now at Southern University, which is in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Playing in her 29th game as a collegian, Jalea picked a great time for the second goal of her career. It came in this year's Southern season opener against Southern Mississippi. It came early in the 14th minute, and that was all that Southern needed. The early game-winning goal held up for the 1-0 win. The William Chrisman grad will again be on the field tomorrow night when the Jaguars travel to Lake Charles, Louisiana, Cowgirl Field to be exact, to play McNeese State. Ashley Harvington is a freshman midfielder out of Timberland High. She is now at Valparaiso University, which is in the Missouri Valley Conference. While at Timberland High, Ashley was an honorable mention All-State her junior year, which they raised that to first-team honors her senior year. That was just last year. Now Ashley is at Valparaiso, where the Crusaders are 0-1-1 so far this season. In the opening 2-1 loss to Detroit Mercy, Ashley was the first sub in and played 39 minutes at her midfield position. In the second game, a 1-1 tie with Oakland University, Ashley was again the first sub. That time, she stayed on the field for 58 minutes. Ashley's is a career worth watching as the season unfolds. Anna Zacella is a freshman midfielder out of Parkway West. She is at Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville, which is in the Ohio Valley Conference. Yes, another freshman. SIU Edwardsville is off to a 1-0-1 start to the 2025 season. A big reason for the early success is a freshman named Anna. The midfielder from Parkway West played all 90 minutes of her first collegiate game. The Cougars defeated Indiana University at Indianapolis 2-1. Defenders naturally play more minutes than the midfielders and forwards due to the differences in their positions. Anna's 90 minutes was the only complete game by a non-defense player. In Game 2, the Cougars ended in a 2-2 tie with Chicago State. Once again, Anna was the only non-defense player to log all 90 minutes. That not only says a lot about her conditioning, but even more about what the coaches think about Anna. In the 85th minute of both the game and Anna's game time, she got her first career assist. It was a clutch performance as her late game assist gave the tie to the Cougars. I think we are seeing the beginning of a very good career. I'm sure we will be hearing more about Anna, and when we hear more, you will hear more. Number 23 ranked Wisconsin is being powered by 2 Missouri high school graduates. They are Erin Connolly. She's a junior midfielder out of Clayton High. She is now at Wisconsin in the Big Ten Conference. And Ashley Martinez. She's a graduate student, midfielder and defender out of St. Dominic High. Erin's collegiate career got started off to a rocky start. Yes, she started her first 2 games, but then she suffered a season-ending injury. She came back as a sophomore, starting 14 matches. She played over 1,200 minutes and scored 3 goals. Erin's leadership abilities awarded her the duties of being captain of this team of Badgers. In Wisconsin's first game, a 3-1 win over Milwaukee, Erin got Wisconsin's second goal in the 62nd minute while playing 76 minutes. She played 81 minutes in the second game, a 1-0 Badger win. Ashley Martinez was used to winning before she got to Wisconsin. Top Drawer Soccer ranked her as the top recruit in Missouri, and she was honored as an All-American. One year, she was the Missouri Offensive Player of the Year. St. Dominic was 51-2-1 and won back-to-back state championships under Ashley's leadership. Ashley redshirted her freshman year at Wisconsin. She got just 5 starts as a sophomore, which she followed up by starting all 23 games as a junior. While doing so, Ashley got 3 goals and 3 assists. She started all 21 matches last year, scoring 3 goals and making 7 assists. In the 3-1 win over Milwaukee in the season opener, Ashley scored the game-winning goal in the 50th minute with a successful penalty kick. Ashley went the distance with her 90 minutes in the 1-0 win over Illinois Chicago. Last week, before the season started, I noted a Missouri high school graduate on the roster at the University of Nebraska. Charlie Wistrom is a freshman forward out of Glendale at Nebraska, which is in the Big Ten Conference. As I relayed last week, yes, Wistrom, as in Grant Wistrom, her father. Charlie may be a jersey with 98 on it, just as her father did his last 3 years as a Husker, but she is making her own legacy. Nebraska is 1-0-1 so far this season with a 6-0 shutout of Southern Indiana and a 1-1 tie with the Missouri State Bears. In her first game as a collegiate, wearing that 98 jersey, Charlie spent 37 minutes on the field. In the tie with her hometown Missouri State, Charlie earned 34 minutes of playing time. We will be watching for this forward's first goal and assist as a collegiate. Lily Kedasari is a freshman midfielder and forward out of Platte County High. She is now at Evansville, which is the Missouri Valley Conference. Evansville is 1-0 this young season, having defeated Southeast Missouri State 4-3 in a road game. Lily launched her collegiate career with 13 minutes of playing time in the Purple Aces win. And you can have a great game, but not be on the winning end. That is true for Justy Nelson. She's a junior midfielder out of Jackson High. She is now at Southeast Missouri State in the Ohio Valley Conference. Justy came up big in that Evansville match, won by Lily Kedasari and her Purple Ace teammates. That loss to Evansville is part of the rough 0-2 season start for the Redhawks. Justy played all 90 minutes of that game and scored with both of her shots on goal. Both goals were unassisted, and those goals were goals number 1 and number 2 in Justy's collegiate career. Justy played 89 minutes of the SEMO 1-0 loss to Belmont University. SEMO next match is on the road tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock at Southern Illinois. A Missouri star we didn't hear much from last year is Megan Hinnenkamp. She's a redshirt sophomore forward out of Liberty North at the University of Florida in the Southeastern Conference. During Megan's tenure as an Eagle, she scored 73 goals and made 28 assists. She was a 2-time Class 4 first-team All-State selection, 2-time Class 4 Co-Offensive Player of the Year, and the 2023 Missouri Gatorade Player of the Year recipient. Megan started her collegiate career at the University of Florida as fast as she finished high school. She was named to the SEC All-Freshman team and was the SEC Co-Freshman of the Year. Megan was also named to the All-SEC second team. She sat out all last season due to a leg injury incurred in the summer after her freshman year. That is why she is now a redshirt sophomore. In their only game so far this season, the Gators fell to in-state rival and number 3 ranked Florida State. The Seminoles had their way in the 5-0 Florida loss. The good news for Florida fans is that Megan is back and got 2 shots on goal in her 68 minutes at the forward position. We will be tracking Megan's return from that season-long injury from a year ago. Lauren Seppi is a sophomore midfielder and defender out of Nerix Hall. She is now at the University of Illinois in the Big Ten Conference. Lauren finished her accomplished high school career in 2024. She got 15 goals and 8 assists that year, which culminated in a Nerix Hall Class 4 championship. That championship game ended on a penalty kick following 2 overtimes. Who scored that goal? Lauren Seppi, of course. Lauren made 11 starts last year as a freshman. 2 of them complete 90-minute games. She scored 2 goals and made 4 assists. This year, Illinois is 2-0 with matching 1-0 wins over Illinois, Chicago, and Bowling Green University. Lauren played a total of 134 minutes in those 2 games. Lauren will be on the field next on Monday when Illinois plays host to Boston College. There are so many top-notch performances from Missouri talent in just the first week of the season that we can't get to all of them. But there is one more I want to highlight. Maddie Sibbing is a sophomore goalkeeper. She's out of Lee Summit North, and she is now at Kansas State University in the Big 12 Conference. While in high school, Maddie was a 1-time second-team All-State honoree and a 2-time first-team All-State honoree. As a senior, she was named the Class 4 Goalkeeper of the Year. Maddie sat out her first year of high school while at St. Louis University. She then transferred to Missouri, Kansas City. As a Roo, she got 10 starts and finished second in the Summit League in saves per game. Despite all that action and goal, Maddie had the 4th lowest goals against average of 1.142. This is her first year as a Kansas State Wildcat. K-State is 2-0 with a pair of 2-0 wins over Oral Roberts and Portland State. Maddie was in goal for all 90 minutes in each of those 2 wins, making a total of 3 saves in that pair of shutouts. And as we wrap up today, I want to remind everyone of our Missouri Milestones Project. We're midway through the building of what are already the longest, most detailed, and most extensive list of Missouri high school boys and girls who have scored 1,000 or more points in their career. Those lists have become so popular that we have added 3 lists for football and 5 lists for both girls and boys volleyball. It's easy to have access to our list. All you have to do is follow me, Kent Mueller, on X at @plain_sports, and by following Guy Newcomb on X at Scoreboard Guy. When you do that, you will get frequent updates and much more information. As I said, these lists have proved to be very popular. So much so, we have added to our schedule Missouri Milestones, the podcast. That airs every Thursday at 8 a.m. Tomorrow will be our 14th episode. What do we do in that podcast? Yes, we touch on what is happening with the Missouri Milestones list, but the feature is an interview with some Missourian who is on one of our lists. It could be a current student who has just crossed the threshold with more high school time left. Others competed in prior years, from recently to far back, like in the 1960s. Each one of those interviews is the story of a Missouri athlete who has earned his or her way onto our permanent Missouri Milestones list. In tomorrow's episode, Guy Newcomb sat down with Annie Armstrong for a fun discussion. Annie is a 2012 graduate of Kickapoo High who accumulated 1,184 points in her basketball career. Annie went on to play college ball, first at Eckerd College and then at Drury University. You really don't want to miss these interviews with some of the most accomplished athletes out of Missouri. And again, you will get notifications of every podcast and other great content by following me, Kent Mueller, on X at @plain_sports, and by following Guy Newcomb on X at Scoreboard Guy. Guy, I could tell that was a great time you spent with Annie.
It has been. All of them have been enjoyable. As I look back at some of these interviews, we've interviewed a prosecuting attorney in the state of Arkansas. We've interviewed a doctor. We've interviewed 2 successful collegiate coaches. Annie Armstrong is in Charlotte, North Carolina, and she's a physical therapist at this point. So I got to watch her play in high school. She was in the 8th grade when I started and launched the Scoreboard Guy. And obviously got to see her play a number of games in the pink and white tournament, conference games. She played at Kickapoo High School. Remember her very well, but it was a great time to get to sit down with her 13 years after she graduated. So I encourage everyone to kind of stay tuned. It's been 13 years, as I mentioned, since Annie graduated. She's a physical therapist now, and I apologize there. I had to cough for a second, but I have a cough button. But hey, I invite everybody. Hey, stay tuned. tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, right here on the Missouri Sports Network. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Stay tuned after these messages, and you'll hear from Annie Armstrong.
Things are a little tight for Terrence right now. But they won't be for long, because Central Bank makes it easier for customers like Terrence to dream bigger.
More room would be nice.
With mortgage solutions that can open the door to more space.
That's what I'm talking about.
For his growing family.
Growing family?
Honey, guess what?
You got this, buddy.
At least I made you stay tuned. This is a Where Are They Now Wednesday, not Missouri Milestones.
Yeah, they'll just stay. I heard that, and it says, well, they'll just stay tuned for another day. That's okay.
No, I do apologize for that, but I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching Where Are They Now Wednesdays here on the Missouri Sports Network. We will talk to you soon. Everybody have a great day. God bless.